Hello and welcome back to the Minetrek.net game server. Currently on with, looks like just MHeller died. Anyways, him's been busy. He's been Aztecing this hole like crazy. It's looking really, really good. Gotta say, it's coming along nicely. There's our template up there. Some folks have commented that the Aztecing doesn't match the angles and shape of the hull. Please keep in mind that the hull, if this was real life, would be a slope, and in Minecraft it's ridges. It's the physics of Minecraft, can I tell you? It's gonna can't get around it. This section of the lifeboats had to be moved again. Hopefully this will be the last time we have to move these bastards, because I'm getting tired of resetting up the area. I had to move this corridor in one. There go half slabs, and carpeting will be placed. As you can see here, large areas have been set aside for lifeboat systems. My background's in engineering, and I'll tell you right now, you don't need a huge area for lifeboat support systems. One small area, about the size of this room right here, with one unit servicing up to, however many lifeboats are adjacent to it, will work fine. Think of a lifeboat like an electric car that you only use in emergencies. You keep it plugged in at the house, and it keeps it charged. And in case of emergency and you got to jump in the car, you just unplug it and speed off, and it keeps you warm and keeps you dry until help gets there. That's basically what a lifeboat is. So one lifeboat support system should be able to handle keeping lifeboats charged and ready to go pretty easily. And what I'll do is every quadrant or every sector of lifeboats will have its own little lifeboat support system. So there'll be one for those, 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 that kind of thing. And that is that. And down here, Mad Squirrel's been busy. Speed only works if you're going in a straight line, which kind of sucks. He's put the impulse engines in, or he's been working on them. I don't know if they're completely in yet, but he's been busy. Put these beautiful impulse engines in, and he's also working on the system down here. We're standing in it, but basically these are like, well, I don't know how to explain it. These are the actual impulse engines themselves, and as you come up here, the exhaust throttle or nozzle, whatever you call it, is actually pulled up into the hull, and in order to use it they have to push it down out of the hull, and so they had to design like a big piston system to push these things down and out so that the impulse nozzles can do their dirty work. So he's been busy doing that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty sophisticated stuff. M added a transporter thingamajiggy, which is what I thought that was, but I guess that's been repurposed as some sort of a communication array. What I'd like to do here, instead of having a lifeboat system here, is, because it's not needed, I set this up to be an EVA access hatch, kind of like what we have on the Voyager. Maybe redesign this room a little bit for that purpose. Leave this as a lifeboat system support for these 4 lifeboats here. And same thing with this one, set up for lifeboat systems for these 4 or 5 or 6 lifeboats through here. It would service these, and it would also probably have a separate room along here for these ones on this side. So one room per sector of lifeboats. I'll zip on out here. Yeah, Shuttle doesn't have its own independent support base, so lifeboats don't need one. And Shuttle's a far more complicated system than a lifeboat, anyways. So iPanic was on, and he went ahead and built the theater. We ideally located it near the Arboretum, which is perfect. I also been working on the umbilical systems. Think of umbilical systems as a converter for like if the starship is docked at a starbase and it's receiving power from the starbase for whatever reason, say their warp core is down, they'll be able to get power from the station, water, data feeds, all that stuff. That's what this umbilical room is for. Data is sent in, it's converted, firewalled, whatever, through this system here. Although, Starfleet uses wireless stuff, but sometimes, why not just use the starbase? Because the starship doesn't have the power it's, being worked on. So that's what this is for. This is a power converter. Think of like the difference between European and American power standards. You need a converter that's what this is. So if you're docked at a Ferengi space station, for example, different power feeds, this will convert the power so that the ship can use it, or if the ship needs to power the station, there you go, flip it around. These are filters for liquids. You don't know what you're getting from aliens. You might want to clean it. Again, a pump. This looks like a pretty nice room when it's merged together down here. Let me show you this real quick. I like it. It looks all nice and machiny. I like it a lot. Anyways, I'll zip back here real quick to this aft section. I went ahead and dropped the lift down so that I could do some fit and finish work on it. I've got a bit of a problem here. Now, instinctually, I think that the I haven't looked yet to confirm this, but what I wanted to do was have a rail feeding the torpedo launcher go right down through the center here and have this as torpedo storage. But it occurred to me I can't do that because I think in case of emergency they have to jettison this lift. It would go out through the bottom of the ship, and the shuttles could go flying in and out through the bottom of the ship. If that's the case, then this area here has to be left empty. But if that's not the case, I'll have a rail go through here on either side, and then these will be the anti-grav systems for the lift, and this would be torpedo storage. But if that is the case, this will have to be purposed to be the power system for the lift, and in here can be set aside as both bracing and torpedo storage. We have just enough room to come along the side here, come through here, and feed the torpedo launcher. Come up here. Every deck needs a first aid station. Some first aid stations are just little coves with a single bed or just some first aid supplies. But I'm thinking back here have a small medical bay, not a real big one, maybe 4 or 5 beds, just in case something happens in the hangar. You got, you get cut off, whatever. You got a little bit of support back here. So it'll be like a shield generator, auxiliary atmosphere, or atmospherics for the deck. Most likely auxiliary. I'm going to remove most of this Jeffries tube so that I have more room up here for the door systems, the force field systems, auxiliary atmospherics, and lift controls, or lift whatevers. This room here, I originally labeled it for parking bay force field. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make it the rear parking bay lift control booth. This will be the lift control booth, and this will become this right here. Make this an EVA locker. Like again, if the deck loses pressure or whatever, you need to be able to get suits and get in here and work, and I think this would be an ideal location for that. That's what I want to do with that. That's pretty much it. That's all that's been going on with the server as far as the Enterprise E-build's been going. I do appreciate taking time to watch, and again, this is the Minetrek.net game server, and have a great day. Bye-bye.